Hi, it's Sarah here. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day today. We're going to be doing a talk on grief today. I'm going to be using the Christ unwinding technique at the beginning, and then I've just got a few other tips and tools to help you release grief. So first of all, the Christ unwinding technique is a technique I developed back in 2018 with Yeshua Jesus, and this technique helps you to release stuck emotional energy and clear limiting beliefs and thought patterns. The technique is open to everyone. The Christ energy is just pure source energy. You don't have to be a Christian. It's open to anybody from any religion. You can be an atheist. It's still going to work for you. It doesn't matter. So first of all you have to do is sit somewhere comfortable. Shut your eyes. If you can put your feet flat on the floor, that's great. Have your arms and hands open to receive. So have your hands palm up on your lap. And then all you have to do is just ask the Christ energy to come in and help you. Now what you're going to be doing is saying sentences across the inside of your forehead. Now it doesn't matter about your spelling, it's your intention that counts, but it does work better if you can actually see your sentences rather than just imagine they are there, because you're actually going to be reading them, so you're actually seeing them, and this helps you create new beliefs a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. If you have a lot of fear, it might be difficult for you to see your sentences. If this is the case, just keep telling yourself over and over again, it is safe for me to see my sentences. It is safe for me to see my sentences. And eventually you'll be able to see them. Okay, so just sitting somewhere comfortable, just say, I call upon the Christ light to come in and help me. And then with your eyes shut, you're going to read the following two sentences as though they were written on the inside of your forehead. So the first sentence is, I am always surrounded by angels. The second sentence is, I have always been connected to God. So it's, I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. And what you're going to do is just see those sentences. They're going to go up into your brain and into your mind, and they're going to start to weave left and right and backwards and forwards and up and down and around, creating new neural pathways in your brain, creating new beliefs. So just seeing your sentences going around, and keep repeating your sentences, keep seeing them. If you can see them as they go past, that's even better. So seeing your sentences, reading them. I am always connected to angels. Sorry, I'm always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see your sentences. They are going to start to spiral anti-clockwise down through your head. So seeing your sentences spiraling down through your head, around and around, reading your sentences. I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. And then seeing your sentences go down through your throat and neck. And then they're going to spiral down through the middle of your chest. Reading your sentences, I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. We're going to spiral down the middle of your belly, the middle of your pelvis, and then imagine your sentences spiraling down the gap between your legs all the way to the floor. So spiraling down, reading your sentences. I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. And then you can see your sentences that are either going to go into the ground or shoot off into the distance. It doesn't really matter. And then what you're going to do is read your sentences again. So, I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see your sentences. They're going to start to spiral, see them coming out of your brain, and see them start to spiral up your left hand. So they're spiraling around and around your left hand. See them spiraling up your left arm, over your elbow, up your upper arm. When they get to your left shoulder, spiral them across the top of your back to your right shoulder. Reading your sentences. I am always surrounded by angels. When they reach your right shoulder, spiral them back to your left. I have always been connected to God. Then when they reach your left shoulder, you have to spiral them down the left side of your body. So see them spiraling down the left side of your chest and upper back. Down through your left side of your belly. I am always surrounded by angels. Down the left side of your pelvis. I have always been connected to God. Down your left thigh. I am always surrounded by angels. Over your left knee and down your left calf. I have always been connected to God. Then see them going off over your left foot. See them going down into the ground or off into the distance. Then we're going to repeat the process. Seeing your sentences with your eyes shut as though they're written across the inside of your forehead. I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. This time seeing your sentences, they come out from your mind, from your brain, and they're going to go up your right side. So see them spiraling up your right hand, over your right, up your arm, over your right elbow, up your upper arm, when they reach your right shoulder, spiral them over to your left. I am always surrounded by angels. Then when they reach your left shoulder, spiral them back to your right. I have always been connected to God. And see them spiral down the right side of your body. So start with your chest and your upper back. I am always surrounded by angels. Down your right waist, your right belly. I have always been connected to God. Down the right side of your pelvis. Down your right thigh. I am always surrounded by angels. Over your right knee and down your right calf. I have always been connected to God. Over your right foot, and then see them spiraling off into the distance or down into the ground. This time reading your sentences again across the inside of your forehead. I am always surrounded by angels. I have always been connected to God. This time you see your sentences going forward out of your forehead, and just ask your sentences to be sent across all time and space, dimensions, universes, and realities. And then lastly, we just finish off with seeing your sentences going across your chest in big, beautiful letters. So at the top, I am always surrounded by angels. And then underneath, I have always been connected to God. And then we just say thank you to the Christ light for coming in. And you can use this technique for anything, anytime you want to change a limiting belief or clear stuck emotional energy. It works better if you keep changing your sentences, otherwise, because that broadens your belief system. A lot of our beliefs, we don't actually know what they are. So I just have a few other suggestions for you. I am peaceful, calm and relaxed. I am always supported. Whatever is happening in my world, I am at peace. I choose ease, peace and joy. I am lovable, enough and perfect, just as I am. I let go with ease. Okay, so if you want to bring your own sentences, that's great. Just make sure they are in the positive and the present tense. So it is I am safe rather than I'm not unsafe or I'm becoming safe. It is I am safe. Okay, so grief is usually associated with a loss of something, be that something physical, like the loss of a person, an animal, a place, a job, a relationship, money, property, etc. And can also be the loss of something else in your life, like a loss of dignity, a loss of identity, a loss of honor, respect, a loss of your virginity if that was taken away from you. It can also be if you have a lot of suffering in your life that can cause grief, or you see the suffering of another person or another animal, that can cause you grief as well. It can also be if you were neglected as a child, there can be the grief of having the belief that you're not enough, or there's something wrong with you, or that you're not lovable. But whether you're aware or not, this grief all stems from a belief that we are separate from God. Because before you came to earth, before you incarnated on earth, you knew your connection to God. You knew you were divine. You knew you were God. You could feel God around you. You could feel God in you. But when you come onto the earth, that becomes much more difficult. So you then feel you have that separation. You feel God is something separate from you. And that causes a lot of grief to your soul, to you, although most people aren't aware of it. But what you need to know is that you are God. God is just the energy of love, and God is infinite. So if God is infinite, there are no boundaries, which means everything must be God. So you are God in physical form. And if you want to feel God inside of you, the best way is to put your awareness down into your heart center in the middle of your chest. So you can imagine stepping into a lift or a whirlpool in your mind, going down to the middle of your chest and then go backwards towards your back. We have what's called an ascension column. It is a tube connecting you to source above. It goes all the way down through your body, right down into the middle of the earth, and actually beyond that, because in reality, everything that we are experiencing is just like it was in where we are in a simulation. Okay, so it actually goes to infinite below us, and we are in this ascension column goes through us. So the best thing to do is to put your awareness down into your heart center and then go backwards until you find the ascension column, and then you can actually feel your divinity inside there. Another way is to feel the divinity in a tree, in another person, in an animal, and then feel that same divinity in you. If you're stressed out, it's a great way to calm your body down, to calm your mind down, is to find that divine in you, because when you find it, it's very peaceful and very calm. Okay, so know you are always connected to God. And when you know you are always connected to God, there can be no loneliness because God is there. There can be no suffering because God is there. There can be no loss because you are God and you can actually create anything. And if you're feeling grief because somebody has died, please, or an animal has died, please just know that it's only the body that's died. Okay? In reality, that being, that soul is still there and you're still connected to them. And that sometimes helps you with the grief. You feel that you're alone, but actually no, you are still connected to that person. It's just purely the body that's died. So grief, when you have grief, it's not just an sudden you feel incredibly sad. Grief goes through lots of stages. There's shock, there's denial, there's anger, there's depression, there's bargaining, and eventually what comes is acceptance. But what you need to know is whatever stage you're going through is that you are supported. You just need to ask for that support. So the angels are here to help you anytime you want. Ascended masters like Jesus, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, they're here to help you whenever you want. Mary Magdalene, they're here to help you whenever you want. You can ask Source, God, for help whenever you need it. And please know you're not bothering anybody. You are worthy of their help. They love to help everybody. It's just that you need to ask, because everyone has their own free will, in theory, and you need to ask for it. Okay, so ask for their help. You can ask a good time, you can sit somewhere quietly and ask for their help, and they will start to release the stuck emotional energy from your body. But you can always ask before you go to sleep at night, and that's a great way. They can start to clear you before you go to sleep, but while you're asleep. And just know sometimes you might feel your body like jerk like it does in a dream. You might feel your arms or legs give a little jerk like it does in a dream. If you're walking down the stairs and you miss a step and your leg jerks, that is actually stuck emotional energy leaving your body. So you might feel the same thing when they are clearing you. I would also suggest you doing a little bit of work on your inner child. So if you knew of a time, say you were 3 and your parents died, then you would see yourself age 3 sitting on your lap, and you're going to give that 3-year-old lots of comfort and lots of love and tell them they are lovable and they are wanted and that you love them and they're safe, that kind of thing. If you don't know what age, see yourself around 7 and do the same thing. Another thing is give yourself permission to have ease, peace and joy. Sometimes we feel obliged to feel grief, even though instinctively and intuition is telling us that it's okay. We sometimes feel obliged that we need to, but you can actually give yourself permission to have ease, peace and joy in your life. Okay, so I hope that helped. Much love, many blessings from my heart to yours.